I just got back from an intense vacation in Vegas, and right when I got home, I just dropped all my suitcases and face planted on the floor because I was so exhausted. Within the span of 4 days, I only slept for maybe 6 hours. I was super dehydrated, and I ate a lot of junk food because I was with a big group of people and I didn't want to be bossing people around and telling people what I wanted to be eating, so I compromised here and there, and I ended up feeling really bad. So I decided to take 2 days of just rest and detoxing where I could kind of get back into my routine, and I'm gonna let you guys know much of what I did during those days. When I got home, my lips were cracking, my skin was breaking out, and the texture of my skin was probably the worst I've seen it in the past year, which was super depressing, so I decided to do my most moisturizing skincare routine. This is cold pressed castor oil, and this is the White Rabbit Eye Makeup Remover by Camp. I just mix them together by a 1-to-1 ratio and massage it into dry skin. You don't want to wet your skin before you do the oil cleansing method, just because oil and water kind of deflect each other, and you want the oil to have its way with your skin. So just massage it in as much as you can. Don't worry about exfoliating with your fingers or your nails too much. Just softly moisturize your skin with it. Fill the sink with hot water, dip your muslin cloth in, and then just take all of the oil off gently. And this is gonna do all the exfoliating that your skin is gonna need. Otherwise, it's gonna be too abrasive. After I get all the oil off with the muslin cloth, I moisturize with this Filthy Rich face cream by Camp. And this stuff is seriously potent. It's got so many moisturizers in it. Shea butter, mango butter, sweet almond oil, macadamia nut oil, etc. And it is so good at just sealing the moisture and moisturizing the crap out of your skin if you need it. It might be too thick for you if you don't have dry skin, but a little goes a long way, and it seriously works. So that's what I've been putting on the outside of my body. As for the inside, I've been drinking a lot of smoothies. My favorite one right now is coconut water, blackberries, and bananas. I've been dehydrated lately, so coconut water has been helping for that. I've been eating a lot of salty food, so all the potassium in coconut water and bananas has been very helpful to try to balance that out as much as I possibly can. And the added blackberries are in there just for flavor and also for extra antioxidants. For food, I've been eating a lot of congee, which is kind of like a Chinese porridge, or gruel as I like to call it. It's very healing, it's easily digestible, and it just makes me feel good when I'm sick. I like to think of it as the Chinese version of chicken soup. It's just nice for the body and very warming. To make my congee, I use a 1/4 cup of white basmati rice and a 1/4 cup of quinoa. And usually it's just rice, but I like to add the quinoa in there for added protein to keep me full. 1/2 cup of rice makes a lot of congee, and I like to make sure that I'm satiated and that it's a little bit more nourishing than usual. I also add 2 cloves of garlic, some ginger, green onion, and dry shiitake mushrooms. For toppings, I like to have green onion or kimchi or an egg, and if I'm sick and I need salt, then I add a salted duck egg, and if I'm not sick, then I just add a regular egg. It's a really filling and good meal, good for the stomach and good for me. For health-related things, as you guys know, I'm very sleep deprived and dehydrated, so I've been getting a lot of headaches naturally, and whenever I get a headache, I put peppermint oil on my temples. Terry taught me this, and no matter what, it always helps. It's so effective, and I don't even know what, Terry, what does it help? Terry thinks that the menthol soothes your sinuses, and I would agree with it because it makes me feel like I can breathe. I don't know if you guys have tried it, let me know if you have, but this is the best headache remedy because I'm just not a very big fan of Advil, so yeah. Another thing I've been doing is eating a lot of oranges, just because when I'm getting sick and I feel it coming, you know when you wake up in the morning and you have a sore throat and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna be sick tomorrow. That happened to me a few times in a row, and I've been eating a lot of oranges for vitamin C, and I've also been taking just some herbal tea. Usually when I get sick, I go to my friend's dad who's a Chinese doctor, and he makes me herbal tea. And the last time I mentioned Chinese medicine, a lot of people got mad, and I'm not saying you should try it because you shouldn't if you don't want to. Don't ever do anything you don't want to do. Rest is super important, and I'm a workaholic and it's really hard for me to just like lay there and rest. But I've been just forcing myself to, and it was really worth it because I feel like I would have been out of it for a week, kind of like a lot of my friends who go to Vegas and go right back to work. They're usually just not right for about a week, but I feel perfect and I've only been back for like 2 days. So I'm 100% now, and hopefully if you're ever in a similar situation, some of these tips can help you. I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope you have an amazing week. Bye!